You're welcome back to Morning Spring or Western Spring Television. And it's another time to talk about another present issue. The former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, and one-time minister of the FCT, right there, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, he came into the country he gave that notification, the intel that he knew it was going to be picked up, one of these days. And just yesterday when he came into the country from Cairo, Egypt, he was accosted at the airport, Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, and then lots of issues. He said yes, giving a statement about the high-handedness and the fact that there are ways to go about this, and his counsel as well has also spoken about that issue. Although the update is that he's going to make himself available on Monday, to the EFCC. But then the talks about how these things go on, how EFCC, decided to conduct that particular affair, he has raised a strong, statement against that, saying that we just need to do things better and all of that. We're still here with the ED of Kimpact Initiative, right there, Mr. Bukolaido. Mr. Ido, are you still there with us?
I'm still here, thank you.
I believe that you're familiar with this Nasir El-Rufai issue. And then when we talk about EFCC, trying to apprehend people, we saw we saw the case too with the former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello, and where that also did not go, as it should. And also this El-Rufai issue, him just coming into the country, and the first thing, was to, try to arrest him and all of that. But they did succeed. They didn't arrest him though, but they did succeed to get his passport. What do you say to that?
Well, I think, I don't think apprehend would be the right word. I think the right word will be adopt, because most times they do this outside the law, and they do that forcefully. Now, if you look at the statements released by El-Rufai lawyers, and that was what made us to understand what has transpired. EFCC have sent a letter to Malam El-Rufai while he was not at home. And then the lawyer picked the letter and then responded to EFCC and said, look, EFCC, this man is not around, but he's coming on so day, and then he will make himself available on the 16th of February. Now, it is just normal. And then you agree and you acknowledge the letter, only for you to now accost the person and then took his passport at the airport. And you wanted to ask him to follow you. So what happened to the letter you acknowledged that the man, you will be expecting the man on the 16th? What happened? See, the man might have well not come back to the country, but he's here. Right? What is the difference between yesterday and Monday on the 16th? Let him show up. So the mode and meanwhile, see, let's tell ourselves the truth. Everything they do is just what we call what a fella used to call initial garagara. And then see, because at the end of the day, okay, so look at all the drama around Kogi and Yahaya Bello. At the end of the day, the court is now giving Yahaya Bello his passport to go for lesser Hajj and travel out. Yahaya Bello is planning to contest. So what was all the drama all about? So these are the issue. And again, the government need to be very, very careful what they are doing, because it looks, some people will argue that, look, why are you just going after the opposition? Think about it. Sometimes ago, there was a news that the governor of Bauchi, the governor of Bauchi, then the present governor of Bauchi, Usman, was financing terrorists. Now, Tambuwal has been taken to the court as that same EFCC, Now, just recently, we now begin to hear that the name of Kwankaso is also part of the terrorists. I mean, part of the people financing terrorists. I don't know if you have seen that news.
Yeah.
To the extent that a bill was sponsored in the US around that. So, and then here is El-Rufai. There are other people. In fact, some people are of the opinion that EFCC play major role in most of the governors' campaign. See, we need to have a level playing ground, and that is the most important thing now. See, these are just insinuation, but the truth is that it's looking like it. So we have to do our best. Table can turn anytime, and they have to do their job professionally.
Mr. Idowu, El-Rufai's words particularly was that Nigeria needs to outgrow executive overreach. And from your own insinuations as well, do you really agree with this, that this is an executive overreach, that it has the fingerings of the executive in it?
Oh, absolutely, I agree with him, though he's not a saint. El-Rufai is not a saint. He did the worst when he was a governor. He arrested people also who criticized him when he was the governor. So I agree with that statement, but not that I agree with El-Rufai as himself. That statement that Nigeria need to outgrow executive overreach, I agree with it, but not like the person of El-Rufai. So not that I am approving the person of El-Rufai, because when he was the governor, he did a similar thing with people in opposition. But the truth here is there. And that's why I said the table can turn anytime. What my focus is, look, in carrying out our job, we have to carry it out professionally, without fear and favor toward the ruling party. Our loyalty should be to the Constitution, not to anybody.
Right. The Council of Malam El-Rufai, Legal Counsel Ubong Esobapan, has demanded immediate return of the passport and threatened legal action against those involved in the operation. The Council demanded the immediate and unconditional cessation of all unlawful efforts to detain El-Rufai, the immediate return of his stolen passport. That's what he called it, because it was said that the passport was snatched from one of his aides that was holding it, and a formal apology for this egregious infringement on his dignity and rights. And El-Rufai on his ex-handle is described the attempted arrest as illegal, stating that the country must outgrow deliberate disregard for the rule of law. My lawyers have issued a statement that condemns the illegal attempt to arrest me today at the Abuja airport upon my arrival from Cairo. A country must outgrow executive overreach and deliberate disregard for the rule of law. Many talking points for me here. Number one, you made mention of the music of the late, Legion, the IGG syndrome, Initial Gragra. And we've seen it happen so many times, in which the AFCC will go to the media, speak about people that are governors under probe, deputy governors under probe. At the end of the day, nothing substantial will be achieved in all of this. Now, let's look at politics in all of this. While speaking with BBC Hausa 2 days ago, Nasir El-Rufai said he might be arrested anytime soon. And you painted a picture that while he was in Cairo, while not at home, letters of invitation have been sent to him by the FCC. So one can safely say he is aware that the FCC wants to see him. So on that program, he already said, I might be picked up. That means he's aware, because he said 4 of the persons he worked with while he was in power have already been arrested. Meaning he had the knowledge and possibly understand how the state works. He might have even be having intel of people around his house trailing him. That's why he said that on that program. And true to his word, he came into the country and, whatever happened. Some might say he's just trying to buy sympathy for himself from the Nigerian public. That's why he said, I might be picked up. Because take it or leave it, he's a politician. He's an anti-politician. He's against the ruling party. But because he's a politician, if the state has to speak with you, if they have reasons, to bring you in, we would say because of politics, they should not bring you in. or because of what you have said, I'll be picked, or because of my position. So nobody should touch you. That's on one side. Number two is that executive overreach, you know, and because he's making it to look like cracking down, a crackdown on voices of dissent. But, you know, rightfully so, you said, El-Rufai himself has that toga of somebody who couldn't take any voice or voices of dissent while he was in power. The disappearance of a particular critic, Daddy Yatta, till now, till today, people will still ask that, where's Daddy Yatta? Even when there might not be evidence to say El-Rufai was really involved, people will say, he was your critic, and the guy was abducted till now. His children, El-Rufai's boys, are known to always go after anybody that will always have a different opinion about their father. So, how do we balance the state carrying out the function of anti-corruption fight against a suspect and not to be seen as being, you know, reckless because the executive has an eye on that person, in this case, El-Rufai?
So before I get to El-Rufai, I think let's go back to a bit of history. And it's so complicated, and you look at it this way because I seem not to understand. Now, the modus operandi of the recent, in the recent time, how the EFCC operate is through media trial. So they do a lot of media trial. They first of all go on the media, spoil your name, try to arrest you. At the end of the day, let's go, and everything goes on fine. So I'm still trying to understand that. Let's give you an example. When Senator Akpabio left the position as governor, he was in and out of EFCC custody. At the end of the day, no courts acquitted him, nothing. We just knew everything died down, and then he moved on. Now he's in APC, he's the Senate president. What happened to Ayodele Fayose? Though Ayodele Fayose on his own, I think later this time, the courts say, okay, you are free to go. Now, what about Fani Kayode? Of course, also free by the courts. Then we saw that, so which means all your initial gara, you didn't even have enough evidence against these people, and the court have to crash it. Let's put that one aside. Then what happened to other people? For instance, you still have other people.
We have less than 30 seconds.
Okay, so when you look at that, so that media trial is there. It's not something that we are proud of. Now, coming to El-Rufai, the issue here is that everybody need to rise and condemn the method. You see, and condemn the process, not speaking in favor of the person, but the process. Because the same process will be used against innocent person. So if you don't like El-Rufai today, agreed, but that process must be condemned. Because by tomorrow it will be somebody you like, the same process will be there, and then you, because you have kept quiet at that particular point in time, which means you are sanctioning it. So if we don't like El-Rufai, that does not mean that the process at which you want to be arrested or brought in is correct. So can an agent just seize your passport without court order? No, it is the court that we ask you to deposit it. So, and that is why it is wrong.
Thank you so much for your time and your take. It's a real concern to so many people, because it doesn't have to be an El-Rufai. It could be a Bukola Edowu. It could be a Temitope Ajijololuwa. It could be Femi Ojo. Let the right things be done at the right time. Thank you very much, Mr. Bukola Edowu, for your time and your take today, and for the sacrifice. Thank you. We wish you a very good day. And happy Valentine's to you in advance. All right, thank you very much. This will be the size of the program for today and for the week. By the way, tomorrow is Valentine, February 14. And so we end it on a high, something nice, something soft for everybody today. You have a very good music for a couple of minutes. And people have been asking, will you be my Val? Let nobody ask me such questions. Femi Ojo is my name. We'll see you on Monday. Have a lovely, weekend. Okay.
All right. My name is Temitope Ajijololuwa. I'm saying Have a lovely Valentine. Have a